Hey, hey, Team Splash. Listen, I had to give up. So I've got this really nifty light. Well, look, see this light? This light is designed to clip on your phone and it makes the video look better. But look at my glasses. Well, watch. See the light? It's like stuck in my glasses. I can't take it, so I can't use it. So I wasted a little bit of your time showing you that. Okay, anyway, welcome to the September team meeting. I have personal questions to ask you, and I know you can't believe it because you thought for sure I was going to be talking about hostess coaching and follow-up and booking seeds, which we do need to talk about constantly. Bedrock, fill your calendar, fill your calendar. The party is where it's at. The business comes to you when you have parties. So I could say that over and over and over and over, and I could give you all the tricks there are, but until you pick up that 100-pound phone and get on it and ask somebody for a party, your calendar's not going to be pretty. Anyway, so that's just the normal. But tonight I made it a little more personal, and I know you're going to be like, is she going to try to counsel us? But I do want to ask you some personal questions just because I want you to self-reflect, because that's what happened to me when somebody asked me the same thing. It just made me stop and ask myself, why do I do certain things that I do? The first question that I want to ask you, and seriously, you don't have to comment the answer to this, but I want you to think about it, and I want you to comment at the end of this video your biggest takeaway. And it's for a drawing. So the first thing I was going to ask you is, what motivates you to design your life the way that you have? You like me pointing that pen at you, don't you? So I think sometimes we just get up and we do things routinely because that's what we do. And we haven't ever stopped and asked ourselves, wait, why do I do that? Do I do that because that's the way my mom did it? Do I do that because I'm in a rut and that's the only way there is to do it? Now, obviously, if you are blessed enough to have a house full of kids and a husband, you do things because you take care of things. So some things you wouldn't ask that about, but other things you would, because I want to tell you that most people accept their lives instead of lead their lives. And I can tell you that for 53 years, I did that. They accept their lives. I guess this is just the way it is, instead of doing something different and leading their life. So that's why I wanted to ask you, what motivated you, externally or internally, to design your life the way that you have? And, you know, some of us have some good stories on stuff that the Lord has let us walk through to make us who we are, obviously. But getting in the routine of doing things like that, I think it's easy to not even question why we do things. And, you know, it's like the pork in the pan. You know, the young married couple, the girl kept cutting the end off the roast and throwing it away and cooking it. And her husband finally said, why do you do that? Why do you cut the end off? And she said, because my mom always did. So she called her mom and she said, Mom, why did you cut the end off the roast? And then she said, because my mom always did. So she called her grandma. Grandma, why did you cut the end off the roast? And she said, because it wouldn't fit in the pan. See, so we need to see why we do things. Why do we do things the way we do? And that's a good question, I think, to ask, because another thing I think is, finally, at 58 years old, if somebody asks me, I can finally say yes if the question is, Jamie, would you do what you do even if you didn't get paid? Now, I've never been able to say that. It's always been about that paycheck. And I'm not going to lie and say that the money isn't very important to me. I need to live. I'm all I have. So, but the fun that I have and the hope that I put in people's life with the reduction of chemicals and to offer them an opportunity to do the same thing is just, it's amazing. And I would do it for free. Right? I mean, when you would do something even without getting paid because it's that much of your passion, that is living the dream, isn't it? It really is. So I want you to ask yourself, what is my motivation? Is it my hours? Is it my money? Is it because I have my own office? Is it the clout, the prestige, whatever it is in the job that you do, which, you know, if you're called right now to disciple those little ones in your home, good for you, because that's exactly what that calling is. It's very, very important. but but something motivates you for every job you do, right? So would you do it if you got paid or not? The other thing I want to ask you is if you wake up excited about what you do, or do you do like I always did and thought, oh my gosh, here we go. I bet somebody calls in sick and I gotta pull their slack. I mean, I worked at a hospital. Anyway, if you wake up excited about what you do, it shows. It shows very much in your life. And remember, I said this before, you are either a plus or a minus in every life you touch. It's one or the other. There's no gray area in that. It's black or white. You're either a plus in their life or you're a minus in their life. And that's when you wake up and you're excited about what you do, you're more likely to be a plus in people's lives. So I think that's real important to be excited about what you do. The other thing I was going to say is that because you have the ability to change a life, you have an ability to give somebody hope, improve the life of their family, and offer them an opportunity for an income that has no ceiling on it. If you are fortunate enough to get to stay home with your babies right now, face it, admit it, you need 3 nights a month out with the girls. You need a party night, and this is perfect for you, and you're also able to add to your family's income. So if you do that, why wouldn't you offer that to every single stay-at-home mother you know? Everybody in your MOPS group, everybody at BSF, everybody in whatever club you're in, because you have something to offer them. I read this thing the other day, side note, it said, you can go 3 days without water, you can go 40 days without food, but you can't go 3 seconds without hope. And I'll tell you what, there is nothing better than to be able to give people hope like Katie did me. There's nothing better. Anyway, what's my next question? I just wanted to say that about if you're excited to do what you do when you get out of bed, then you're more likely to be a plus instead of a minus in people's lives, and that you have that hope to offer them. If you've had a dream to have that life, a dream to live the dream, to have the life that you've always wanted, but other things got in the way, those routines, the fact that you have accepted your lot instead of your life instead of leading your life, and things aren't looking the same way. Your dream is like this plant behind me here. If I pull the leaf off this ivy and set it up on a shelf by itself, guess what? Yeah, it dies. It is not nurtured. It is not even thought about. It's up on a shelf to die. And that's the same thing with your dreams. And so they need to be watered and nurtured. And so that's why I want to ask you to ask yourself these questions, because some of them are hard. Like, what does motivate me to do? And do I just do a routine thing without thinking it? Do I cut the pork off the pork roast so it'll fit in the pan? Anyway, so I'm just here to say, I know you want to hear about hostess coaching and follow-up and bookings, but I'm really just here to say, get up and design your life. And I'm telling you that I've cried all month, because this has been the month where it has been proven to me that there is no limit to what I can do. And there is no limit to what you can do. But the thing I want you to walk away with from this training, since it seems like a bunch of inspirational babble, is that you can too, and you have the hope that you can offer everybody that you come in contact with. Be proud of your company. Be proud of what Norwex offers. Every single tool somebody needs to succeed is on that back office or on the resource.norwex.com. That thing's phenomenal training. I mean, there's no excuse for someone to soar. Anyway, that is my psychobabble for the evening. I guess I'll get back on the hostess coaching and the bookings and the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up, folks. Anyway, I hope you have a great evening. Please post your biggest takeaway, maybe an answer to one of the 5 questions I just asked you, for a drawing after this is over. Have a great night. Splasher, splash on.